Hey, Cohort 1 students. Good morning. You should be watching this in the morning, most likely. Um, I am recording this video because I am going to be out on Tuesday, which is now today, the 19th, and Wednesday, which is the 20th. And so I want to explain a couple of things and guide you through what you're going to be doing. Just to let you guys know, if you message me on Teams, if you email me, you'll probably get an immediate response, like an out of office response, because I'll be dealing with some personal business during this time. So if you guys have like an immediate concern that really needs to be answered, please email another cohort teacher or message another cohort teacher, and they should be able to help you out. Okay. Other than that, if you email me late work, or any questions or anything like that, just give me some time until Thursday. I would say like Thursday afternoon, evening to answer, because I will be returning on Thursday, which is the 21st. Okay. All right. So today won't be that difficult. You are going to have some work time on a major grade assignment that I postponed until this week, mostly because we wanted your recipes to turn out fantastic, and they did. You guys did such a wonderful job. So I'm going to walk you through the agenda. So here's what your hub looks like. Here will be the link for this video that you're actually watching right now. So I haven't linked that yet because it's not finished yet, but this is the first thing that you'll do, okay? I have also linked the rubric for the How We Grow assignment, and there are 2 submission places for this assignment, and it depends on what you decide to do for the assignment. So keep in mind, one of your options was to create a Flipgrid video, a screencast, a Powtoon, or just like a general recorded video of you maybe doing a news broadcast or another creative video. I've had a lot of ideas thrown at me by students that are wonderful. And so if you are submitting a video, this is where you will submit that video too. Okay, it's a Flipgrid link. You can upload videos there, and I can watch your video submission from there. Okay. If you are completing this assignment by doing like a cartoon, like a physical or a digital cartoon, or maybe you're doing some other kind of digital media, like you're creating a game, or you're using one of those links to create an interactive timeline or just a general timeline. So if it's something else where you have a document that's completed, or a link to whatever you made, you're going to use this submission link here. Okay. Notice that this is due Friday, 1/22, so this Friday by 11:59 p.m. And although I did push the assignment back, I did have some students reach out to me and email me submissions and things like that. So if you are done, then you can submit here. Okay. You should also have had time to think about what you want to do, but you do have all week to complete this, plus some work time in class today. Okay. Additionally, you are working on a final exam review guide. This is going to help you with your studying. And this will be due Monday, which is the 25th, okay, the first day of finals, by 5:00 p.m. And because this is finals week, because it is before the Friday that grades are due, which is the 29th, next Friday, I am not accepting late submissions for this, okay? So hard deadline is Monday the 25th by 5 p.m. I will not accept any late submissions for this assignment. Okay, so please get that assignment in on time. Our weekly objectives or our focus is reviewing Cycle 3 content by completing this How We Grow assignment, as well as studying for your final exam. Okay, so before I allow you guys some work time this morning, I just want to point out a couple of things that you're going to be looking at. So you have the link to this How We Grow rubric. I went over this quite a bit ago, but I just want to reiterate a couple of things for you. So I would read over this introduction. It goes through kind of like a timeline of what we learned about, starting with biomolecules inside of our cell. Okay, so our cell containing our nucleus with genetic information. DNA, okay, which is a biomolecule. It describes DNA as a double helix and touches on mutations, and then goes into what happens and how our features are created through the process of protein synthesis. And so this also ends with the processes of mitosis and meiosis, which is how we physically grow, right? Once we grow into this human being that we are from protein synthesis, which creates our structures and our features. So your objective, again, is to use this information that you've learned this cycle, the third cycle, so starting with DNA and moving through protein synthesis, mitosis, and meiosis, and also mutations. So you're going to use all of this information that you've learned to synthesize the information or present this information to me in a way that makes sense to you, okay? Again, I have linked and given you many ideas. You guys brainstormed about a week and a half ago what you would like to do, and I am okay if you decide to change what you would like to do. So if you at first chose a Powtoon and you want to change it to a news broadcast or a timeline, that's fine with me as long as I do have a submission from you before Friday. I want to point out that this is your last major grade for me. Okay, so for many of you, not completing this assignment, that can be devastating. Okay, in order for you to succeed this cycle, I need you to turn this assignment in. Okay, something is better than nothing. Okay, if you don't turn it in, you get a 0. If you miss a couple parts on the rubric, maybe you get a 70, 80. Please submit something for this, okay? It's only going to help your grade. There are 2 separate rubrics. I want to note this, okay? The first rubric that you see in the smaller text, this is pre-AP, okay? So pre-AP, I want you guys to be looking over here in this column where it says pre-AP Advanced, and I want you to use this as kind of a checklist. And I would even suggest copying and pasting all of these statements into another document, maybe like a Word document, and then highlighting them, right? Like we always do, maybe highlighting them as you complete them, okay? Or maybe even just making a copy of this rubric and then just doing that all the way down, okay? It tells you exactly what you need to do in I statements, okay? So I explain the structure of DNA and I include terms, double helix, nucleotide, backbone, and nitrogenous base, okay? So use this as a checklist. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but please, please, please make sure that you are checking these off your box, okay? The second rubric that you're going to see is a prep rubric. It is slightly different, okay? So prep students, please make sure that you are looking over here in the prep advanced column and you are doing the same thing, okay? You're using these as basically checkbox statements to complete your assignment, okay? So I describe where mutations happen in the body. I explain 2 major types of mutations and how they affect protein creation. Now, I've had a lot of students say, I don't know what to do for this assignment. Ms. Myers, I'm confused. Do you have an example? I don't. I mean, I do, but the reason that I don't give students examples for this assignment, for this specific assignment, is because of the creativity that I get year to year. I've gotten Powtoons, I've gotten like poster boards, and although we can't really do that this year, you can maybe create some kind of poster on Canva. As long as you're presenting this information to me in some way, shape, or form, it is acceptable, okay? Keep in mind, though, this creativity section at the bottom of the rubric, okay? Your assignment is creative and unique. You put time and effort into your assignment and is created and created a quality project, okay, or product. If you didn't really put creative thought or process into your assignment and it lacks quality, you would be here, okay? A regular Google Slides presentation or a PowerPoint would be somewhere in between these 2 things, depending on how well the quality is. Okay, so creating a Google Slides presentation and turning that in wouldn't get you full points for creativity. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you are doing this assignment. I prefer something that is a video or more creative than your typical PowerPoint. Okay. All right. Again, if you have like immediate questions on this, you can message me. I might look at it, but please just try to use your own judgment. Ask other students what they're doing for this. Ask maybe another teacher for their guidance, but I won't be able to answer questions until Thursday. Okay? So the second thing that you're going to be doing this week is your final exam review guide. And I want to point out some things on this review guide for you. So this is what your final exam review guide looks like. Because I'm not going to be there in person or virtually to explain your final exam to you, most of the information about your final is located here. Your final is 10% of your semester grade, and it's on Tuesday, January 26th from 8 a.m. to 9:30. Okay, so please make sure that you pay attention to the final exam schedule in order to know when your finals are. It will be different for prep and pre-AP students, okay? And the way that this difference will occur is two ways: the number of questions as well as the complexity of questions. So keep that in mind when you're studying pre-AP students. The format for both prep and for pre-AP will be multiple choice with one extended response question. In-person students, this extended response question you will be completing on a piece of paper, okay? So it will be on a piece of paper in front of you, and you'll have a certain amount of time to do this question. Online students, same for you. You're going to have the same amount of time, but instead of writing it on a piece of paper, you're going to be answering this question verbally on Flipgrid, okay? The other things that are located on this final exam review guide are the general topics that are covered, as well as instructions for this document, okay? This is a 30-point minor grade. Again, it is due Monday, the 25th, before 5 o'clock p.m. It's not the normal midnight deadline, 5 o'clock p.m., because I want you to sleep, okay? I would like you to write your answers in complete sentences unless I ask you to list something, then that's fine if you list it. Please use the links provided or any other materials from class to find answers. I will often refer to something in this helpful resource box that might be located in your OneNote notebook, as well as somewhere on the hub, okay? So make sure that you pay attention to the resource place because that's where your answers will be if you don't know it off the top of your head, okay? You may seek outside sources, but I cannot guarantee that the information that you find will include the answers that you need to be successful on your final. Keep in mind that typing the question into Google and just copying and pasting whatever Google has, number one, is not academically honest. Number two, is not a great way to learn. And number three, quite often does not have the answer that I am looking for. So please make sure that you are finding information from our resources from class. I did not link all of the Amoeba Sisters videos for all of the sources, okay, but they can be extremely helpful review tools. So I did link the general Amoeba Sisters YouTube page for you to browse for the topics that we have covered in class. All right, so you're going to see different topics that are color-coded. What you're going to do is answer these questions that are on the left-hand side in the right-hand boxes, okay? Do as you normally do, highlight, bold, indicate somehow that that is your answer, and then you can find the helpful resources here, okay? So you can see how many questions this is. It is a semester's worth of material, so I would recommend starting today and working through this a couple questions at a time every single day from now until finals. Additionally, you can use the information from the top of your head, from your brain, if you already know how to answer it because you remember. That is fantastic. But again, all of the resources are here for you. If it is not linked, it is because I'm referring to something either on the hub or in your OneNote notebook. I want to remind you that your OneNote notebook is an excellent place to have all of your information. If you go to the class activities tab in your biology OneNote, all of these activities should be filled out in your OneNote and have very important information that will help you complete the activities for your final exam review, okay? You also have some definitions and some warm-up activities that can be helpful too, but most of the good chunk of information will be in your class activities tab, Okay? All right. So I'm going to end this video so I can link it here for you so that you have it. Again, I would appreciate if you guys just hold off on anything that is immediate until Thursday. Again, if it is crucial, if you're dying, if you absolutely need me, feel free to message me. But other words, try another cohort teacher. They can probably get you the answer that you need. Okay? All right, guys, good luck on all of this information. Additionally, one thing that I totally forgot to link on here, which I will do in a second, I'm going to link a Padlet. And on this Padlet, I would like you guys to add any content questions. Okay, so not questions from the final exam review, but if you have a question, you're really struggling with something, you can place them there, and I will try to answer those questions on a frequently asked question document and post that the weekend before finals so that you guys can see the answers to your questions there. Okay? All right, good luck with your How We Grow assignment. Good luck with your final exam review. Use this time wisely, please. I know that I'm not here to guide you. I know I'm not here to harp on you and tap you on the shoulder or type at you in the chat or urgent message you in the chat. I'm not here to do that. So I need you guys to be self-motivated right now and really push yourself these last couple of weeks before the end of finals so that you can succeed and end up with the grade that you want in biology for the semester. I will see you guys and talk to you guys on Thursday.